You got them penis fingers, grabbers on.
Miles, I heard it.
Oh, sorry. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. God darn it, damn it. What are we gonna do? If your grandmama or your granny and your child listening trying to take their punk ass to sleep, or we gonna put them to sleep. Cause Don gonna wank tank that ass. Hey y'all watching Girth. We got the fellas in the motherfucking building. Give them a round of applause for the fellas in the building. This is a men talk show with a twist of lime, and of course the lime is Fifi punk ass and Medina. Okay, I'm sorry.
Pretty.
Fuck you, Fifi.
Call us pretty ass.
All y'all pretty asses. That's the lime that's in the twisted inside of our drinks. Yeah, that's where we at with it. Today we got a good topic, but I would like to introduce you to the one and only, the big homie, the one that we call Mr. Q. Yes!
What up?
That was a hell of an intro.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205 Red Zone, baby.
Gang, gang. Bang, bang, bitch. Bam. and
Shout out again to Cream Treats 420, dog. Got me all the way together.
and welcome to Tween Sweep.
Right. It felt like I said this shit.
That's what you said it to.
That's fine.
And to
Like Weddy.
And to and to the motherfucking chef, the one man, I tell you, this motherfucking scrimp, and these ski scales. These are scooter scales. He made some cheesy noodles, them ski scales. What are they? What kind of?
Let him talk about his own meal.
Okay, well, hold on to the motherfuckers. Give the motherfucking chef a round of applause, please. Yeah. Fifi with her slow ass. Look at her.
All right. You know, we most definitely gonna cook it up tonight. But no, what you have down there, you have a you do have a grilled shrimp with a vodka sauce. With actually some real vodka in it.
Oh, well, goddamn, I guess so. That's why you would call it vodka, right? It's some white sauce.
Yeah, just finish off with about 4 different cheeses. Yes.
Cute. I'm going to have the shits. Watch messing around, fucking around with you.
Why do you cup the bacon?
I know.
Because Medina loved me. She knew I wanted to try this anyway, so that's how I went. Shut your ass, Sophie. Anybody want to run around with me with the Fuck You Fifi campaign? I still got shirts for sale. They're only $15, okay? And I will show up at a party with a Fuck You Fifi shirt on in a heartbeat, even if it's the same one I wore at her party.
Or the same one you wore yesterday.
Shut your ass up. Can't stand the motherfucking Gemini. Anyway, to the one and only.
Salty.
Hold on, we got the salty balls, chocolate, salty balls. Listen, okay, so everybody be quiet. We gotta give him the proper introduction. The man that walks in the room with a glide, look like he fresh out of a Spike Lee movie. He come with muscles and a hat. He go by the name of Don. Give it to Don Snipes, goddammit, y'all. Give him a round of applause.
Hello.
Hello.
Why he came to the mic all slow?
Right. He like, cause listen,
Don is with a hat.
Don is one.
He ain't playing.
Don is one smooth motherfucker. You just don't know. Don walks up and like, hey baby, have you ate your vegetables? Oh God, funny as shit up. Okay, so Chef, you came up with the topic today. You gonna explain.
So tonight we're. You can't
hold
feel
on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry.
She about to kill you.
And to the lovely bartender who gave me the best drink. This is one of the best drinks ever. She go by the name of Medina.
Yes.
The
Funky
Cougar.
Cold.
Medina. The Cougar.
Hold up. You a cougar? I'm only 36. I'm 31. I mean 19.
He's so crazy.
I just graduated high school.
This nigga over here naming all kind of ages. Shit, I'm barely 21.
Okay, so Miles.
I got a ride here.
What?
The reason why you got the nice little cup or whatnot, I named the drink tonight. The drink is named after you.
Okay.
Okay, well, you were my.
What's that stupid ass?
That was my name.
What's the name of this drink?
He said, "What's the name of the drink? You stupid ass." What's the name of the drink, Medina?
Miles Dixon.
Oh.
The name of the drink is called Suck.
Okay. So, Chef, you came up with the topic today.
Dixon.
Sucker
We'll say that.
Sucker Dixon.
Yes.
God damn it. Hey, y'all need
I don't even know if I want this.
Right. We ain't drinking that shit. Hell no.
And that saying a lot. You got a big one.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I know.
We said Medina.
Say Suck My Dixon.
Oh, suck
My
my dick.
Dixon.
Suck my Dixon. Okay.
And then Suck A Dixon.
Suck my. Okay. You know what? I don't like Medina, but I'm gonna suck my own Dixon.
Oh, this is not starting out good.
At all.
Thank you, Medina, for my Dixon. I'm sucking my Dixon. That don't even sound right coming off the tip of my tongue.
You nasty.
Yeah, that's okay. So, Chef, today's topic is not based off of Medina's drink. But anyway, we're going to give Medina a microphone in a minute. But listen, let's go at it.
So we're going to go at it right now. So the show topic tonight is switch hitters. Mm-hmm. So I know Don looked like, okay.
Switch hitters.
Right.
You got everybody eyebrow up.
Yep, switch hitters. So, I thought about this, how you have to assess your circle of friends and co-workers, whoever you may take advice from, because they may give you advice to give you the life that they have been living. So we're going to get into this. We often have people around us, and they often give you advice based on their life experience or a personality trait that they once dealt with.
Right.
So we have to be very careful who we take our advice from. And then sometimes you may have someone in your life that actually always wanted to live the life that you're living. Mm-hmm. So it'll give you some advice to give you the life they have. And that can happen very easily. It can come from a sister, a brother, a cousin, a close friend. So tonight we're going to talk about looking at our circle that we have around us.
Okay.
I would like to say our show is always about personal growth, right? So you have to look at your circle, right? So you may end up with a life you really don't want based on advice that you take from others.
Right. No, I feel that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I was going to start this off by going around the table, but I'm just going to start it off myself. I recall maybe some years ago hanging around with, some guys I knew, right? So when I first started hanging around them, my mic a little high. I started paying attention to the things that were happening in their life. And I'm like, man, why is these things happening to these guys, right? So, but I thought they were pretty cool, whatever. So, I started hanging out with them. And, like anything else, you get to talking. And I started taking advice from them. Mm-hmm. Soon did I recognize I started having the things they were having going on in their life and my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like, hey, they cool, we close, right? So this week, I started thinking about that. And just looking at your circle of friends, right? Where are they coming from?
We was talking about that this morning.
Right. Are they coming from a place of personal growth? Right? Are they coming from a place of being selfish? So you have to look at that because you can very well end up with a life that you do not want.
Yeah.
So when I thought about a switch hitter, I said, man, and then you may have somebody in your circle who really don't care for you. So they're giving you advice to wreck your life. So you have to assess the people that you are taking advice from and you do have in your circle. And so, yeah, the mic a little high. Oh, that's just me with my R&B.
That's what you and your R&B.
R&B.
Right, from Sweat Motels and shit.
I know, man. And then, I'm feeling Q's vibe. I'm just nice and cool over here.
No, Q fucking high. That ain't no
No,
vibe.
that's like, I'm feeling this vibrations.
You might.
I thought it was.
Nope, 6. 6.
Oh, yeah, that part.
Q just high as shit. Q don't even know where you at. Q, where you at?
He said in America.
Nah, Q over here got me.
On Earth?
So okay, Don, what you think of the
With the
topic?
F.
What you think of the topic? We gotta get
And the
Don.
U.
We gotta get the
Or F.
professor. We gotta get the professor.
Because I know he been over there. Like, let me see.
Brewing.
Right.
It's been brewing.
Yeah.
I got some more I just want to.
No, I think that that's definitely important because I think a lot of times when I hear, when I have conversations with people rather, and they'll share with me something that they may have heard from someone else, and maybe they might get a little agitated from it or something. One of the first questions I'll ask that person is like, who's the source of that information from?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people, like you said, some people, believe it or not, Wayne Dyer once said that what comes out of you is already in you. Nobody can make you upset. Nobody can make you get mad. Nobody can make you hate. Nobody can make you a hurtful, evil person. These things already exist inside of you, and you have some people that when they speak to you from a place of, shit that's already inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have some older women out here who are bitter that they pass down bitter bitch advice to, younger women. You have some men who have, went through horrible divorces. And sometimes they speak to younger men and they tell them, fuck marriage. She gonna do A, B, and C to you.
Wow.
You have some coworkers who may not have advanced in their careers, or they may be at a company that they're displeased with, and so for them it's just like, yo, fuck this job, I just want my check, and all of these things you have to take into consideration. But I think that at the end of the day, it's definitely important to pay close attention to those that are around you, and again, I always stress. When looking at others, don't make judgments. Just make observations.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Got to be
I
real
like
careful not to do that.
I like that.
So
like that.
I will say this too, and the bottom line is always this: when you say words coming out your mouth, other people receive it as mental data, right? Because they be like, okay, I remember what Don said, right? But if nobody understands what you've been through, it's just hard to receive it and then transmit it
In
back
its real
out
form.
in its real
Yeah.
form. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when I tell people go for it, like people like, I'm tired of my job. I'm like, okay, well quit. You know what I mean? They be like, it's easy for you to say that, man, because I'm like, no, it's not easy for me to say. I'm just telling you, motherfucker, quit. If you unhappy and you continue to be unhappy and go to the same goddamn job and be unhappy, you gonna make other motherfuckers around you unhappy.
Yeah. Or they'll feel your aura.
Yeah,
They're gonna definitely feel that.
And they don't want to be around you,
Yeah.
or you'll feed them off. Like I hate. Calvin Mann said something very important. Words is very powerful. So when you be telling young men, "Hey, young king," "Hey, king," that shit ain't cute because he don't know what the fuck a king really is. He don't know the responsibility of a king. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then in his mind, he thinking he this superior motherfucker. And he 12 years old. You know what I mean? And he walk around with an S on his fucking chest, and then somebody beat his ass, and be like, he'll find out he wasn't the fucking king.
Then he going trying to get a pistol.
Right. And now he's really now he's a
King
peasant.
shouldn't swing, if you know what I mean.
Y'all done put together a whole fucking scenario.
Yeah, but I'm just being
I'm the high
honest
one,
with you. No, motherfucker, you is high. You finish your food.
Almost. I got like a shrimp, couple shells left.
One shrimp left there like, no, save me. No, but
It's running from your own
right, like just keep scooting over. But no, serious, words is very powerful, and when you be around certain people, that's why if anybody know me, I only be around a selective few.
Absolutely.
You very seldom you would catch me with a group of people. You know what I mean? Anybody who know me know.
Gassy.
Shut the fuck up, Fifi. What'd you say?
That's because you gassy.
You know, y'all.
And that might be, and that be true to a certain degree. But the real truth of the fucking matter is, I just don't like people who cannot feed me mentally.
Absolutely.
If I can't talk to you and be like, okay, I dig that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of always, huh? You know, you been around, motherfucker. You keep asking, huh? Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
Because you can't get nothing out of it. And I'm more hungry for knowledge and wisdom than I am for bullshit.
That's true.
So
Yeah, I agree with both of you and what Don said also. So you have to see when someone starts to share something with you, is it coming from a place of hurt? You know? And you have to sit back, right? And really, because it may be somebody that you really value, right? But everything that's coming out their mouth is coming from a place of hurt,
yeah.
right?
And then if they coming from a place of hurt, that's a lot of narcissism that's about to come from them. Because
Yes.
I know if I fell into a situation with a business partner of mine, and she always talking about how people hurt her, bother her, right? But I never once thought, I'm like, they fucking with this young lady, you know what I mean? But I'm not really thinking like, damn, she's a fucking narcissist. She never once said somebody did something to her, but it's my fault that this, you know what I mean, occurred.
Yeah.
So
And
can we break that down, what that really means, a narcissist?
What you mean? Narcissism
Yeah, let's break that down for the listening
A motherfucker
audience.
don't take no accountability. Again, accountability comes into play.
What's the actual definition?
A motherfucker who don't take no accountability. You know,
Somebody got to look up Google.
Look it up on their phone.
My
Well, I
phone.
know. Don already know what's
But I think majority, a lot of people's only like 4 or 5 words away from being a narcissist are damn
So-
in certain situations. So go
Is
ahead.
my mic on?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got?
Narcissistic is having an excessive or erotic interest in oneself and one's physical appearance.
Keep going.
The traits of a narcissist, let me see. Narcissistic personality disorder involves a pattern of self-centered, arrogant thinking and behavior, a lack of empathy and consideration for other people, and an excessive need for admiration. Others often describe people with NPD as cocky, manipulative, selfish, patronizing, and demanding.
Don is not a narcissist.
Look how he looking like
So
that.
I think that maybe you can have narcissistic ways.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everybody can to a
I
certain
think
extent.
that a lot of people do
Yeah.
in some way. to a certain
And then
extent.
some people may
It's
just
so many levels to narcissism, from making people believe they crazy. You know, when you know you lying to them, you know,
Oh,
stuff
wow.
like that. You know, it's just a lot of different behaviors. So
Don got this Dr.
I
Spock
think we
look
might
on his
all
mind.
display it at one point in time or another.
Don, what are you
I know I
thinking? Yeah, I think we all be like 3 to 4 sentences away from being a motherfucking narcissist.
yeah.
What you think, Don?
I think that we are. You just said words are powerful, and I think that as humans, we all have the capacity to be, or act narcissistic at some point or another. And I think that's for various different reasons. Sometimes I think that people get themselves involved with relationships or family members, and sometimes what I've noticed throughout the years is a lot of us adapt to those that are around us. All right. And when you're young, that just sounds like the thing to do. You understand what I'm saying? But when you get older, you realize that's the most shittiest thing to do.
Ooh.
Because at the end of the day, and I'll just use myself as an example, I consider myself somebody that never really, fit into a lot of the different crowds that, I hung around when I was in high school or growing up, in my neighborhood. I just didn't really share a lot of the same interests as a lot of guys. So after a while, it just kind of felt like, wow, is it just me? You know what I'm saying? And I found myself at various times, being in certain situations that, I was just kind of there, you know what I'm saying? When realistically, what Don wanted to do or what Don felt was, thank God that, I never did anything foolish to land myself in jail, trying to prove something to the guys in the hood and shit like that. But I will say that I think that, again, knowing that we have the capacity to be narcissistic and understanding that as we get older, it's important to like, really, really get in tune with who you are and what you like, what you don't like, and what makes you an individual. And I think that sometimes people mistaken that for being narcissistic or self-centered, but it's not. Is you coming to a discovery
Of yourself.
Yes, of yourself. And I think that
Yeah.
that's really important.
No, that is true though. I think what you say right there is true. It is a fine line, but like you said, at some point you are. I think we are on this journey to figure out exactly who we are. I think that's what you spend most of your life pretty much trying to figure out. So yeah, I think it's definitely a borderline. There I go. I can hear me now. It is a borderline. I've never heard it so much until like recently though. Like the term narcissistic. It's like everybody use that term now. Just like people start using toxic, you know what I'm saying, all regularly now. Like it's
Toxic masculinity.
and all of that shit, right? So all this shit that people just kind of came up with. But like I'm just all right. It's hard to articulate when you high.
What'd you say? Yeah, go ahead. No.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a term that's like just more common now, or if it's the fact that people are actually realizing what it is
Yeah,
that's been happening all the while.
As far as toxic.
Yeah,
And
toxicity, narcissism, female masculinity.
Oh, I know what that is. That's a dyke.
Masculine energy. Then shall I say?
Right.
All these different terms.
Yeah.
People are just now putting a face to it.
right. So you think it's something that always was just it was there.
Yeah,
You just know
of
to call it.
course.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of our parents
Yes.
that were some narcissistic
Yes.
motherfuckers.
Yes.
Especially our grandfathers, just
True.
chauvinist,
Yeah, true.
all kind of stuff. You know now, you know it.
Well,
I mean, 'cause they come
be in
from
the
an era
kitchen,
where
you know?
yeah.
Don't talk about my papa.
What you talking about? You in the kitchen?
Don't talk about my papa. Right, you
You in your proper place.
Oh shit! Damn, let me.
Your belt belong here.
Look, I tell you what. I damn near riding that cell. But, so Don, Chef Q, when we think about switch hitters, right? What part or what was a memorable moment in your life? We're gonna start with you, Don. What was a memorable moment where somebody just switched the shit up on you in the ninth inning?
One of the first incidents that come to my mind, when I first got out of high school, I got with a few guys that I played football with, and I said, let's start a little investment group. Hey Don, what we gonna do with the money? I'm like, shit, I don't know. Right, we'll decide that. As we start putting some money into the pot.
Right.
So we had a little initiation period. It was 4 of us, and the agreement was that each of us would put $75 a week in a pot for 10 weeks. And after the 10 weeks was up, that was kind of like our initiation thing. We'd go ahead and move forward. Well, one day I got a phone call from one of the guys in the group that said, hey, man, one of the other guys is taking some money and using it for his own personal use. Mm-hmm. So when he said that to me, now mind you, I came to the group and brought this idea to the table.
Right.
One of the rules was if you left with 25% left of whatever you had in the pot at that time.
Right.
I was the first person to leave, and I left with 25% less of my money. And the reason why is because when I called a meeting to speak to this gentleman about it, he got upset that he felt that I kind of confronted him. But when I turned to the dude to say, hey, you gave me this info, he was quiet. He didn't say shit. And because those two would, quote, hang out at the bar a little bit more than me, and thank goodness to this day, I definitely still know all the guys, but one of them, the guy who basically got upset with me, finally realized, like, wow, at that time, I didn't think you were being a friend,
right.
But you actually were being realer than the other motherfucker because I told him, I said, listen, when you have a problem with somebody as men, let's talk about it. I don't want to have a conversation behind your back, especially if we supposed to be doing business with each other.
Right.
For sure.
But the switch hitter motherfucker brought some gossip to the table, and then when it was time to speak, he kept fucking quiet.
Right.
But because they was bar buddies, Don was looking like, well, I don't think I'm going to tell his name. But anyway.
Was his name Darren?
No, I don't know. Shout out to Darren.
Rookie as hell.
Oh,
This nigga
man.
name dropping this shit.
Who's that down there, man?
I ain't say Darren Brown. I ain't say Darren Brown.
Hey, off topic though. I do want to say this. He just stepped in the room. I didn't get to say this to you last night, Darren, but on some real shit, man. I do appreciate you, bro, for allowing me to, work on your script, dude. A lot of people be scary when it come to shit like that.
This is good to Darren, but not to be a scary as shit person.
The art of collaboration,
It's very
and when
important.
black men get together and we able to collaborate and bring our minds together, it's a beautiful thing. And too
Yeah.
many of us scared to do that shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, we don't like taking that risk. So definitely, I appreciate you, bro.
Listen, shout out to Darren for being a collaborative person. Round of applause for Darren with his fucked up shirt.
But yeah, that was the switch hitter, man. The switch hitter was quiet. I
Right,
left,
for
and
sure.
he fucked up a good thing,
Right.
Because he did some fuck shit.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you? Never mind, Chef. Yours gonna be too long. Go,
No.
Q,
I was
what you-
just about to say skip me because I'm probably about to talk about something real recent.
Yeah, don't
So,
talk.
you know-
We'll hold off, motherfucker. This ain't-
Yeah, you don't wanna go there
this
right
gonna be a dynasty moment fucking with you. Would have started with the Carringtons.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. What was the most fucked up moment with a person who switched the game up on you?
I mean, I just gotta go back to our whole shit, man. Shout out to my whole squad, E Block Radio, man.
Bang,
But,
bang, gang, gang.
we-
2A die.
We down to like 3 or 4 people for real that's consistent on the show, but we start off with like 15
That's monkey angry in them.
for sure. They're my dogs. But before that, it was quite a few more of us and shit. And we had you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna put all our shit out there, but we had one person in the group who you know, sometimes you just get to a point where some relationships, business wise anyway, they just kind of expire. So you gotta go a different direction. So I think I just met one of those situations, and it was kind of late in the game once I realized it. So that was kind of that's kind of weird dealing with those situations, especially when you're from the same neighborhood. So you kind of like friends already still, but then you kind of mixing that business in. So like that was like my whole thing right there. It was small though, so it wasn't like no beef in the street and no shit like that. So. That was all. That was mine. I don't know. I ain't really had no big major story. I
No
don't know.
prolific shit.
Right, Chef probably got that good gangster one. Like, and also too, I want to say this too though. I feel like I don't have that many instances only because like I kind of feel like I've been picking kind of like the right people in my circle. Like I'm super. I think I mentioned this on the morning show. I'm super lucky for the circle that I have. Like I chose some of them, but I think some of them was kind of placed in some kind of
chose
divine
you.
order and shit, like for real. So
Right.
I fuck with my whole squad, man. Shout out to my whole team, dog. You know what it is.
Yeah, gang, gang. I definitely would like to say when it comes down to switch hitters, I have been placed in a lot of situations where people like switched up in the ninth inning with me, but I was reluctant to be. I'm reluctant enough to have like at least 5 mentors who guided me through it. You know what I mean? Like when people went to fuck over me, first of all, I was warned. You know what I mean? My mentor was like, quit letting people share your anointment. You know what I mean? And I didn't know what that meant until I really got fucked over. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, I shouldn't have did that with that bitch. But at the same time, I realized that certain people be in your life for a reason. And when I said bitch, I don't call all women bitches. And y'all don't know that because most of these fellas is bitches too. What's all this?
So you just call everybody bitches.
No. I mean, it all depends. If you got a little bitch in you.
Where's my soap?
I don't say names, but they got initials. I was gonna say a name, but
You said they got nicknames.
they definitely got niggas like lift man and stuff like that. People talking like anyway. So
Okay.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
getting
Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and keep talking about
cut his
something else.
drinks
But,
off.
but that was a switch hitter moment when a person who proclaimed God in their life, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And
With a list?
With a list, and I swear God would never ever do something like.
Why is he doing this, dog?
Because anyway, but when they profess when they profess God,
my God.
but when they profess God in their life and you accept them, you know what I mean? Because no matter what most people think about me, I'm a God fearing person, and I'm like, you know what, Melissa? Okay, let's work with the dude. You know what I mean?
You said you for your godfather.
No. Don't say that. Okay.
Don't say that.
I'm not saying no names, but I'm just saying when we work with a certain person and they like really when they really messed us over, I was kind of pissed. What?
Yeah.
Cut the mic.
Cut the mic.
So what happened with me is
Right, Chef, just take it away.
Cut the mic.
This nigga here.
yeah,
Doing the goddamn
Cut the
time.
mic and cut the goddamn drink.
Hey, listen,
Bad.
Medina gave him a triple shot.
No, obviously, bro.
Chef. And before you start, could I put a disclaimer out there for all of us too? Yes, we're sharing a fucked up moment that we shared with a switch hitter.
Yeah.
But may I add that forgiveness is one of the most powerful keys in the universe.
Yeah.
I just want to just put that out there. Listen, I'm quite sure all of us got some
Fucked up stuff we done.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
let's put that out there that at the end of the day, it does not serve us to carry around that fucked up ass baggage from bullshit.
Very true.
I agree 100%.
So for people without lists, I'm sorry. For people
Chef, what were you
So
saying?
what I was saying is, I agree. Much like with you guys, I had people in my life switch up on me in the ninth ending, right? And third ending. It wasn't even a ninth.
Shit, it was like the second.
It was
half.
like a Mike Tyson fight, but
He was still on the batter's plate. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But I was talking to someone today, and this person was very wise, and they shared something, and they told me, they said a lie has to be told, but the truth will tell itself.
that's what Pastor said.
And so yeah, that was just my little moment. And much like anybody else, people will start off and they'll sell you on something, and and like with Don, what happened with you, or okay, yeah, you too. And I'm gonna leave your story alone.
Fuck you, Chef. I'm gonna get up. That's my new shirt.
So you may end up buying it, right? You may end up buying it. Don said something about forgiveness, and I think even when someone switches up on you, that can mean a lot of things to me. They can transfer negative energy onto you, and next thing you know, you're carrying it and you're bitter, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm about to cut it off there. However,
No, he ain't.
Just for now.
Isn't it though, Chef? And again, and let me kind of preface my comment. I think that a lot of times, for me, I've been trying to really get into the habit of having conversations that are resolution based and just kind of talking about regaining our power.
absolutely.
So it's important to know that even in those instances where somebody does transfer that shitty ass energy to you, and it happens.
Yep.
The one thing that we can do is acknowledge it, but I literally consider that. I have this phrase that I kind of coined. It's called the beautiful ugly, and I think in those moments, out of the ugliness comes something beautiful. Because believe it or not, in those moments where somebody switches up on you or does some bullshit, you can use that moment yourself to really regain your power or ground yourself within your own power. Because outside of that, if you get to the point where we're letting these things affect us, in essence, we're giving away our power.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like
That's
a beautiful, ugly thing to say, you know what?
Yeah.
I always say this: dogs bark and bees sting. So if you walk past a dog and it bark at you,
That's what they do.
why you gonna get mad?
Why you gonna get
and
mad?
so some of us, we have to be careful not to put anybody around us upon a pedestal, because guess what? At any given moment, they may switch shit up.
Yes.
And we have to be the ones that take our power and say, you know what? That's what you chose to do in this moment. Hey, more power to you, and God bless you. And let me keep on moving. But make sure that I manage my own emotions in such a way that I still am left with my power and left with my dignity with the shit, and I'm going to keep on moving.
Yeah, man.
And that was the next thing I want to talk about is how do you reverse that
Whoa.
in a positive way. Once Fifi, you have something to share?
No, I was going to tell you that me and Phoebe was talking about that earlier, Don, right?
Okay.
Stick to that point, Chef. But me and Phoebe was talking about that earlier. Like, what you expect from a fucking snake?
Yeah, that's
A
what I was
snake.
gonna say. That sounds like the pet snake analogy.
Yeah, it's a pet snake. If the
So-
motherfucker bites you, guess what?
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They only bite and shit. That's it. That's the only thing. Two
Yeah.
things is a
That's what they
snake
do.
really
Yeah.
honestly.
And squeeze you.
And
And,
squeeze-
squeezing you is a part of them getting ready to eat you. So,
Right, so-
you know, yeah.
That's all the fuck.
They only kill what they about to eat.
And I've been hearing that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I've been sharing stuff that people are like, so are you surprised?
right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know,
Like-
if,
Like, are
and
you
even,
surprised?
And I feel like even like if you find out, you know, at the end or something, what a person's true colors is, it's like, okay, from this point on, take them for what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, you know how they had that picture going around or whatever, where they had the dress and they was like, what color is it? Is it green or is it pink or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And when you so while they are asking the question of, is this dress green? Is it pink? Everybody is open to whatever their opinion of it is.
Right.
But when they actually reveal the dress from that moment on, whatever color it was when you saw it, when we all saw that this is what color it was, that it was actually orange. You know what I'm saying? We moving on with a damn orange dress.
Right.
So don't call the bitch pink no more. And don't
call
call
it
it green no
green.
more.
Right.
Because that's not what it is. You know what
That's
I'm
not what
saying?
it is.
So it's like, even if you, I'm saying it to say, even if you find out later on in time that this is what a person, with a situation or whatever, you take it from what it is at that point. You know, it's not about what you mustered up in your head about it, because that don't matter. That's not even the truth. That's what you had. That's your truth. But the truth is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's facts.
Yeah.
So if anyone's just now tuning in, you know, this whole show is about personal growth. So we may start off with a topic, but, you know, we end up with a solution.
Ooh, there you go.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's because this is real stuff people are dealing with every day.
Absolutely.
And we just happen to be the ones that's going to bring it to the table.
And we man enough. We joke and all that shit. Well, I joke.
I be serious.
but
Serious as hell.
but for the most part, we understand what's going on in real life. We are real men who we got some age. Like at least right here is at least 200 years.
Starting on that end.
Miles, you bring up like 150 of it, don't
That's
you?
like 150.
Right, I was about to say, Miles bring up the 150. He bring up the bulk of it now.
No, actually, I think I'm older than everybody at the table.
Yeah, you way older, but you just got more muscles. Listen, so but the truth
Miles
is,
donated his.
He stopped at the corner and gave him away.
to the Smithsonian.
Somebody on the side of the freeway. He's like, I don't got no change. You can have these muscles.
Stupid as hell.
Can I get them titties? No, I'm keeping
He
these.
keeping these.
You must be out your mind.
These titties is important to a black man.
What?
Booby Johnson, baby.
Yeah.
What is happening here, dog?
My name is Booby Johnson. This is Flapjack, and together we the Titty Twins.
First of all, Q was not trying to be in your shit, okay?
No,
well, Q a little bit
Well,
too slow.
I'll be there in the morning though. So
I know. I'm just trying to get in on that morning stuff.
yeah, this shit funny as hell.
So, listen. At the end of the day, I just learned
Slow
that,
motion.
that he's slow motion. At the end of the day, I just know that we real men who have real talks, and we do come up with solutions. At the same time, we share real shit that we've been through.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we can go too far, but fuck y'all. And we
That part.
right, the whole part.
That part.
And before, I can say period, but you know, men been saying period before women, so it's not gay.
They just ain't had one.
Where? Shut the hell up. Fuck you, Fifi. I gotta say it. So I do have you were saying something in regards of.
No, I'm just saying, you know, even though we came up with the topic, I think we should leave the listening audience with, you know, how to reverse this. If not reverse it, just how to handle when someone switches up on you.
Oh, leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah, Star Chef, what you think?
Yeah.
Block, delete.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, step over, pick your foot up high.
Hold on.
Like it's a
Hey.
fence.
I don't know though, because sometimes
What'd you say, Medina?
Oh, maybe.
Go ahead. No, you
You
good. Go.
say.
I just said it. Block, delete.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Or pick your foot up high.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
that's,
step over.
Step over their ass.
okay.
And it's kind of funny because that's what I had to do in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, what if you need it for something else though?
no,
You never know.
No,
You never know.
I
No,
put
you
like
won't.
this. I put like
I'm
this.
just saying,
If
you
you
never know.
if you need that person for something else other than killing him and putting his head up on the motherfucking wall, then you need to think about how you gonna live with other people, because a person who fucked over you is not a person who you really want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I don't give a fuck.
You don't want to be around them, but you might have a use for them. Though.
No. That's not true.
That's not true.
Other than a shooting target.
No,
I
that's
think
not true.
I think that nobody has the only blueprint to nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you do run across somebody that has wronged you, I think that part of your choice in life on your journey going to the next step is to make a decision about this, because it's a reward in your journey, in that choice. There is a reward, and I just feel like if you are a believer and you believe in yourself and you believe in the God in you, then you know that it's going to be provisions outside of that. There is
Medina microphone down. She up there banging. And shit.
there is no way in hell that I feel like that you would have to cross paths with somebody that you have to swallow your pride to utilize for something.
Yeah.
That don't even make sense.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
It's not even worth the question. It's not even worth the favor, I think.
Right. I mean, if you fall out with somebody, that's a different story. You know what I mean? Me and Fifi, because Fifi cussed me out a couple times.
All the time.
Shut your ass up.
You probably do.
Right.
But my whole thing is, that's the difference. But when a motherfucker cross you, oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Crossing is different.
Crossing
is different from having a disagreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
Don? What you think, Professor Don?
He over there thinking like,
No, you're right though.
let
No,
me get
you're
the
right.
right words for this one.
I think definitely when somebody crosses you, they definitely had a lack of love for you and a lack of respect for you. Again, I think a lot of decisions that people make in this lifetime, they either based on one or two places. They either based out of love or based out of fear. And when you make decisions based out of fear, you can do stupid shit. You lie to people, you disrespect them. Sometimes you get yourself in situations where your pride doesn't allow you to just, be upfront and honest with someone. Because again, maybe you fear you're going to lose them. Maybe you fear you're going to disappoint them. I think that in terms of offering a solution, I think that's just important at different times to know that, hey, look, maybe we should step back sometime and ask ourselves, am I making this decision with love? And when I say that, I'm saying like love for self, love for others, or am I making this decision in fear? Speaking of that, you made a statement earlier, and I don't want to go off on a tangent, but you say you're a God-fearing man, but I oftentimes say that I don't like that phrase. I think that it's more important that, that we're God loving. I think that fear.
There you go.
I think fear brings about when someone fears you, they just handle you different.
Absolutely.
Just in my
I agree.
opinion.
Say that.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I think that even for me, and I use my children as an example. Yeah, I want my children to know that, you know what I'm saying, I'm their parent, and I'm not your fucking friend. I will be your friend. You get what I'm saying? But I'm your parent first. There's a certain level of respect that comes with it. But at the end of the day, I would rather that they respect me out of love as opposed to respect me out of fear. Because I just, based on my life's experience, I don't really agree with the idealism that, we have to fear someone in order to really respect them. I think that when motherfuckers do that, they get sneaky.
I was about to say, you're not totally honest. You are not totally honest when you fear somebody.
They're wearing masks. And I feel that way
Absolutely.
about God. I believe in God, or my source, whatever you want to call it. I feel the same way about God. I think it's more important that we love God instead of fearing him.
Yeah,
I agree with you
know what, Don?
100%.
Thank you for helping me change my mind, because that's a better way, and it's a better way to take it in too. And because if I take it in better, I'm gonna release it better. You know what I mean? So I
and
totally
it's,
agree.
It's kind of hard to come to someone that you fear. So with my
Absolutely.
children, I don't want them to fear me, because it makes it hard for them to come to me and talk to me about something that is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I agree with that 100% right there.
And I think that whole statement of being fearing, God fearing, or just fearing a person like that or whatever, it comes from people that are not sure of themselves. It started with people that wasn't sure, and they wanted to pass down that level of fear so that you can be caution, so you can have caution and kind of like maybe have more regard for what they say or how they believe that things should go, rather than, you know what I mean? Because I really don't think that was God's initial intention to have that type of relationship with his children. You know, I think that the people that taught us about God initially probably did that so that they can be more reverent,
manipulative, and control.
Exactly, than God.
I think,
like,
Miles,
yeah,
you actually spoke on that one time. Like at the end of the day, to sum up what you said, Fifi, that's just some slave mentality.
Yeah, absolutely.
You put fear in the motherfucker's heart.
Just to make a long story short,
and use it as a tool of manipulation and control. Absolutely.
Because a lot of times we a lot of things that we do, like driving in fucking suburbs. You know what I mean? We like, man, I ain't going across 8 Mile, dog. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then we let that mentality take us over. So when we creep in, then we creep out. You know what I mean? And then we be holding our breath until we get to our city lines, and that's kind of crazy, you know.
It
what I
is
mean?
crazy.
But it's that slave mentality still, and we had a right to roam as we want to, but I don't want to go no place I'm not welcomed anyway.
Absolutely.
So we got to think about that. We don't let people in your life when you know they're not going to do right by not only just you but your family. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody in this room took somebody somewhere when they found their house and they wanted something came up missing. You know what I mean? And then we
who got base heads in their family?
Everybody.
What type
I
of
agree
shit?
with you.
I brought a dog through. We robbed my mom's and shit.
No, I'm telling
I'm
you.
gonna beat the shit out of her.
But it's
That's some of that West Side shit.
I just experienced that. I ain't gonna get into it, but
That's
yeah.
that West Side
How
shit,
can you
dog.
steal from family?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
What you about to say, Don?
I'm sorry. I just thought about what.
Don't be skipping over me, Miles, because I'm still gonna say it.
I know.
I'm about to talk about it.
the topic, get back to the switch hitters, and once somebody cross you, and here's the deal, and I don't want to be long winded about this. I'll just kind of break it down.
I do.
Oh Lord!
And when I think of that, the first thing that came to my mind was grace, and what does grace mean to me? And
That'll preach.
Someone once said to me that within our relationships, we have to allow a certain amount of grace with people that we deal with.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
one. Second of all, I think it's important that at certain times in our life we have to learn to separate the deed from the doer, and that's important because. Again, with grace allows people to grow in front of us. Think about it. You in a relationship with somebody and maybe they got some fucked up ways about them, but if you never allow them that grace and that space to grow, and you say, "Look, I only look at you this motherfucking way,"
Absolutely.
that can really affect, the dynamic of your relationship.
Back to what Q was talking about, that $5 box. That's what Q was talking about. That
So I think that in terms
Don't
of
knock that box, bro.
dealing with people that cross you, I think it's important to keep a certain level of grace in the back of your mind or in your consciousness at all times, because again, we have to be careful not to look at everybody and just completely label them and say, you know what, you fucked up and you're always gonna be fucked up.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's important. But to me, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I agree 100%.
I definitely agree on that.
Just to say, people that cross me, like I said earlier, when they do it, I have to think about where are they coming from? What place is it? So at that point, like you said earlier, just offer them a little grace. I pray for people who've crossed me, really. Because when I take out time, my quiet
I
moments.
plot on people who cross me. Go ahead.
No,
I don't
in
think
my
you hit by a
quiet
goddamn
time.
Plot the shit out
Yeah,
of
now
plane.
you can't be playing, I heard before, checkers when they playing chess. So you do have to make some proper moves. But in my quiet times, I've learned, and this is all about solutions out there for people. Look at where they're coming from, you know. And some of it may have been handed down from family members, so they have no other choice but to be a switch hitter. You know, because that's
And-
just what they did at their house. You know, maybe at their house, everybody had to lock the doors because they were stealing from one another. So why wouldn't they steal from you, or you know, whatever the case may be?
But with that being said, and just real quick, with that being said, and I don't disagree with what you're saying. I'm just saying that if that's not who you are, you shouldn't stick in that. I mean, you know, we have a big problem with staying in shit too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you see that that's the case, if that's how that is,
Get the hell up.
get out of that. You know what I mean? This ain't your upbringing. So you can't stick around no shit like that. You have to keep it pushing.
Leave that the fuck alone.
Yeah, you have to keep it pushing.
Go get
You have to
scram.
again pick your foot up high and step over their ass like a fence because that's crazy.
No, I've been there. I'm like, did they?
Yeah,
Well,
and it's like you know you can't give it like it's one thing to tell somebody one time. You know how they say, "Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, you should have killed me because I'm on your ass." That's just how it should go. You know,
Another way.
They said it, he was like, fool me once, shame on you. Twice.
yeah. He said, "Yeah, you can't do it 3 times flat out." That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, at that point, yeah, it's all hoes bars.
But I mean, you know,
You said hoes what?
No hoes bars.
Say something about hoes.
no hoes being bars. Listen,
They'll get you a hoe out the bar after that. Like,
$5 box.
All right, man. I'm trying to tell you.
but I will.
$5 box, bitch, gonna be the love of your life.
I will. Well, chef.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay. Jesus. So
take the wheel.
Jesus be like,
God.
Jesus be like, I don't even got no license. Listen,
We wasn't driving back then.
right? And this ain't no damn horse. So, but I do understand, Chef. I give people grace, right?
I do.
But I'm gonna give them grace across the motherfucking street.
Clearly.
Here's the reason, and here's the reason why. Because as an adult, because you know you over 60, and you look good to be 60. Though,
I know, man. I'm trying to help brothers out here.
Mike
man.
Miles, what does that truly mean though to be an adult? Honestly,
to be being responsible,
Having a light bill in your name.
yeah.
nah. I'm not being funny when I say that, but I'm saying that it's a lot of children. It's a lot of children out here that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Yeah.
They
It is
fucking
a lot.
kids.
They're kids.
And I'm saying that just because somebody is a certain age does not quantify them as a fucking adult. It's a
I
lot
agree.
of grown ass kids.
No,
I agree.
And that's just it. And again, when I was saying what I said to you, I think of my kids. It's just like, you know what? Yeah, you fucking 50 and you ain't figured it out yet. You just a big kid. You don't know no fucking better.
Right.
Yeah.
There are
Absolutely.
a lot of big, but when I say an adult,
Vicious cycle.
I'm talking about a person who know what they've done, who know what they did, right, but not taking accountability, right?
Absolutely.
Because you know what you did and you didn't take accountability, that you know you're a fucking adult because you know what the fuck you did was wrong.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
what I'm saying is I allow grace, but not grace near me.
I agree with that.
Say that part.
So when
You can have it. I'm gonna let you stay
forgive you,
alive.
but don't come-
But don't you bring your ass back
It's
over
back
here,
up, yeah.
else I can't keep that promise.
Breaking
Do that
bread
shit
and
over
nothing
there.
else.
I went on a tangent talking about somebody that people know in this room, but and Don brought up forgiveness. That forgiveness is I have forgiven the person, right? However,
Yeah, because you went and bought some sweet potato fries over there. Go ahead.
Wow.
I'm so proud of you. That's admirable.
So we don't know what.
so
wouldn't have ate them, right?
And some lobster bites.
well,
A double shot.
But we don't know who you're talking
It's like,
about.
goddamn, you got lobster bites, nigga? It's like, damn.
But the truth is,
I'm proud of you. That's
I have
the truth. I'm proud of
I
you.
have got over my grudges because I'm a Scorpio. I can't hold a motherfucking grudge. And Don over there sitting up there like
didn't know
he's
you let it go.
acting like he's holier than thou, like he don't hold motherfucking grudges.
Don said they all dead. But like,
You know what?
I've done some stupid shit from holding grudges. I ain't gonna
Right.
Listen, and
Holding
listen,
grudges can make you sick.
the biggest thing
Literally.
I learned from me holding grudges is a lot of times from me holding grudges, it almost cost me my freedom.
Ooh.
And that's something that a lot of people when they
sure.
look at me, they don't realize. Like, there's been a few times in my life where I was facing 8 to 20 years about some stuff that I don't want to discuss, but it all was from me, having a temper. Right. And after the third time, it was just like, you know what? I always say, my kids were definitely a benediction to me because, believe it or not, and that was a decision made out of love and fear.
That nigga's a
I was like, I don't want to motherfucking not. I don't want to not see my girls growing up simply because I lost my temper with a motherfucker or I was holding a grudge.
That's not even worth it.
Yeah, and I've been there, and again, that's something I've just had to learn.
But you said benediction. What is benediction?
That's the end.
That's a high school on the west side.
That's church.
A blessing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's church.
Yeah, okay. I know because Benedictine is on window 6 months.
They ain't open no more.
Okay.
I agree. Don't. Hey, people out there, don't hold grudges against anyone because maybe that person not being in your life is punishment enough.
You right.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Let me leave it at that.
And,
you know what?
And real,
fuck you, Darren.
Right. And real talk though, real talk just because you don't have a grudge with somebody,
just let it go.
I don't think that means that you have to have them in your space or none of that. That doesn't mean that you don't fuck with them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, we got to pass. Let's go to the park or something like that. No, that just means that I don't wish you no ill or nothing. I don't wish you the best either. I just don't wish you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I think that we put ourselves too much in the box of deciding which side that person is on when they don't even matter.
They don't
like
matter.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to put you in shit because you don't exist. You don't see me out here counting how many flies out here because I don't give a damn about them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Like, I only care about the one that flew in my house, and once it's out, I really don't care about it no more. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so at the end of the day, I don't think that I think that we work too hard on trying to put somebody in an actual box when they don't even deserve to your cardboard. Fuck them. Like, simple as that.
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll come up with Fifi Ministries. It's going to be the house of Fifi. This is the house of Fifi.
This is a continuation from earlier. This morning.
You saying in its truest essence, be neutral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't love you, I don't hate you, but I don't need to fuck with you either.
At all. Like, you don't even breathe. Like, you do know that. You know that you're not breathing in my world, right? Like, I mean, I don't have a problem with telling you that. You know what I'm saying?
Fifi.
Yeah, at all.
Go ahead, Fifi.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Everybody need a Fifi in their life.
Aw.
You really do. You really do.
Thank you.
Fifi will get you together.
I think that come along though with self-love. I think that, love of self is having an understanding of being able to manage your space and your energy.
Absolutely.
There's just some people in this world that at the end of the day, I can't allow myself to be around because I know that this person is going to bring me to a place where I may,
like punch the piss out their ass in 10 minutes.
And so because of that,
10 minutes.
That ain't on the introduction.
Let him finish.
No. This a funny story.
This is Martin Luther King shit. Go ahead.
My grandmother once she would take me to the racetrack. God bless her. I used to go to Labrick DRC with her. She said, "You my lucky grandson." But I'll never forget. A person came one day and my grandmother had her cigarette lit, and it was just kind of letting up some smoke, and the person sat right next to the cigarette and sat there and just started fanning. And my grandma said, "What the hell you sitting here for? If you don't like the cigarette,
you saw that shit right here."
And so for me, that was a lesson learned, and it was just like at the end of the day, there's just some people in this world. At the end of the day, if I'm not really digging what the fuck you got going on, I don't need to take myself in your space, and you don't need to come in mine.
Absolutely,
baby. That
love or hate
part.
It's just
we ain't doing the same thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you got a world and I got one.
In my book, the book of cards, I got a chapter basically said, "What you eat don't make me shit."
At all.
Bottom line, what's for you is not good for what's good for you is not good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so that's the part we have to really think about. Just because you doing good, you know what I mean, that don't mean it's good for somebody else.
Yeah.
At the bottom, at the end of the day, and the bottom line is this: you cannot force nothing on nobody that they don't want for themselves. And if you do, you can't you can't
be mad at the results.
Exactly.
You can't be mad at the results.
Can't get mad at the results.
Or frustrated and shit.
Exactly.
Because you're trying to force some shit on them that they don't really
Facts,
want.
Right.
for sure.
I done done that before. And
Hell
look like
yeah.
the fool.
Hell
And you know what I labeled it as when I was doing that
What?
shit? Mistakenly, I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there. I labeled it as, "Oh, I'm loving hard." No, fuck that. I'm trying to. I was doing some silly shit doing that because again, that's an important lesson to learn. We put that I'm loving hard label on too much shit. No,
Yeah.
fuck
Absolutely.
that.
Right.
You're being egotistic because at the end of the day, was it me loving hard or was it me connecting with my ego or identifying with this
Yes.
ego that felt like
That's what
I'm
it-
dying. I can love you.
Not
enough
wanting to
change
lose.
You.
Yep.
Yeah. No, fuck
Absolutely.
that.
Not wanting to lose.
Don and loving Don is saying, you know what? I'm gonna share this shit with you. Then I'm gonna go about my business.
Right.
And when you ready to get with it, you gonna let me know that you with it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I said it once, and now I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Going down the road.
Do you know how hard it is to try to
agree.
love on somebody or try to have somebody go in the way that you know, that go your way, and they don't even know shit about it. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's like trying to teach somebody Dutch and you only know Spanish.
Right.
That's crazy as hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Correct.
you can't do that. You just can't do that, and it's harder on you. You gonna lose more sleep than they is.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you don't like
Yeah.
anal, look, I understand.
So what we learned tonight,
Where the hell is my shoe?
solution
We
for
learned a lot of
switch
shit,
hitters.
I'm gonna throw my damn shoe across the road.
So we learned to have forgiveness
In a closed
and
ass.
You so embarrassing.
I am.
so we learned around the table how to handle this switch hitter
Yeah.
to forgive them
With Q
and
answers-
offer some grace, but from a distance, right?
No.
Don't share.
No, offer them
don't-
space.
No,
Yo,
offer
yeah,
space. Not
space,
Damn
yeah.
the grace. Offer them space.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
the grace.
that's what I was gonna say
Yeah.
next. Like yards, right?
Damn the grace.
Because
Get
you
them
don't
niggas
have to
some
share the space.
Get them 50 feet. Get your ass away from
Which
me.
one?
And when you know it's a snake, don't call it a rabbit.
Yeah.
Now you know,
Yeah.
right?
And if you wrap it around your neck, prepare to die.
Right.
That's
If
right.
if you didn't feed them first,
Listen.
And you know you don't have future
yes.
use for this.
Yes. That's crazy.
You don't.
Yeah.
Y'all have too many goddamn sidebar conversations.
They ain't
Class,
talking to
huh?
They ain't talking to me.
They ain't talking about.
They ain't talking about.
I
over
didn't. We over here. We talking. Okay, we got the mic. Okay.
So that's just what we doing
Fuck them,
today.
Fifi.
Kept you in line like a motherfucker.
Fuck Fifi. She thinks she's the boss of me.
I don't think it.
Okay, she is.
Yeah, you been a little quiet over there, my brother.
Oh, that
Usually-
nigga got. That
Yeah,
nigga
wait.
got. He drinking and he don't got no mic. He talked enough.
You have anything you like to offer to this?
Shit. That you ain't see
Last week he was asleep. Remember that
Somebody give
shit?
him a mic. Somebody give him a mic.
Last week dog was sleeping.
It's
Said
not like everybody to share because somebody may get
I
something.
just want to say, Q, you ain't have to bring that shit up.
nigga sleeping. Said I ain't even peep. Miles peeped that shit. Dog that bitch nine like he was on that motherfucking board.
y'all niggas was born as hell last week. That's why y'all had me dozing like a motherfucker.
It was that.
That show was hot last week.
It was that tequila.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
I was taking over last
Joe,
week.
Yeah, I was drunk too.
I
was
will tell
drunk.
you, Joe looked like he had a raw pack. He was in there being like, baby.
Right, nigga nine out and shit.
Medina put his ass to sleep with it. Oh no, Medina when he
No,
was
she
here.
wasn't in here
Nah,
last
we
week.
was drinking out the bottle.
He drinking that tequila.
Right, that's
straight.
that
Don't brought that damn,
tequila.
I brought
Yeah,
tequila.
Miles brought that bullshit. No,
It
but,
was a frat
but
box.
it was Q. Q the one that picked that bullshit.
No, I picked
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Oh, he did pick it out
Yeah,
the
he
box.
picked that shit though.
Cause it was
So
some other shit. I ain't want none of the other shit.
He ain't want no Secret 7. He ain't shit. Anyway.
I ain't fucking
yeah, I feel no.
So-
Fuck that cigarette.
Anyway, y'all, I like to thank y'all for watching Girth. You know we do this every Tuesday night. So if your grandma and your kids still sleep, keep their ass asleep. Don't wake grandma up, but to change it depend. And it all depends. I told her to take their punk ass to bed.
Hey, woman, hold on, Miles. I want to give a shout out to a Q shirt. Show that shirt, bro.
What did it say?
Show that shirt, bro.
Once my meat in your mouth.
You gonna want to swallow.
Shout out to this nigga shirt,
Shout out
bro.
to Q motherfucker. Shout out to Q motherfucking shirt, goddamn. Once my meat is in your mouth. We're gonna pass open the sermon with that. And we make it go in with Leviticus. Once my meat is in your mouth. No, Hey, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock every Tuesday. When Chef is finally on time, I was late, so part of my Chef was on motherfucking time. Chef normally be 15 minutes late every week.
No, he don't.
Oh, shut up. He bought you cheese bread.
That's right.
Because y'all always calling orders in at 4:30.
Anyway, I like to thank everybody who support us and watch the show. Miss Fifi definitely for engineering. Medina for giving us the drinks to make us think. For Joe over and for Joe nodding off every now and then. Thank you for assisting.
Hey, I ain't even nod off today, bro.
Don, where can they find you at?
Don_Snipes on all platforms.
That nigga too goddamn smooth. Don_Snipes. Chef, where can they find you at?
I was just looking it up. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What the fuck is happening here?
Go ahead.
Nah.
We get back to you.
No, he's just clowning. You can find me, Fred Wilson,
No, he's like, I
on
don't know, I'm
Facebook.
on that
Yeah.
In MySpace, you say?
Remember that shit, though? Fucking MySpace was
Black Planet.
No, Fred Wilson, 1183. You can find my chef page there coming up soon. My 50 Up page.
Right.
Well, I'm going to be showing men and women how to do it after the age of 50.
Right.
Yep, that's coming up very soon. And just find me on Facebook too, Frederick Wilson.
You can find me. You can find me at Pimps Up Hoes Down at BlackPlanet.com. No. Q, where can they find you at?
Yo, check me out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man. eblockradio.com. Shout out to the homies. Angry Man and Monk Money, dog.
Angry and Monk.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be here on the morning show. And Tuesday nights, we right here on motherfucking Girth. And then check me out on the gram, dog. Q.Lewis313, dog. You know what it is. 48205, man. Red Zone, baby. We in here.
Bang, bang.
See, I'm about to figure out something to say.
That's what he say, bitch. Shout out to Martin, man. Martin that laid down a lot of comedy down for a lot of people. He was the first person who made, joking funny with titties. Anyway,
Titties ain't funny.
Titties is very funny.
Oh, heck no. Stop.
Somebody want to see your titties, bro.
Put your mic in your ear.
They say cheese is very funny. Let me show you.
There was some monkey titties.
What about that?
They was going north. I mean,
You just got done pumping. Go ahead.
that might have been. All right, Fifi. That's okay. Anyway,
I mean, go.
I don't want to go.
Hey, Miles, have you ever noticed though during all this talk? You ever seen Nicole face though during this shit? Nicole be like this. She be like,
Oh my God.
So embarrassed for her children.
Nicole
be looking so uncomfortable. She be like, oh my God.
She like she never saw a man titty.
Somebody at the church gonna see me listening to this shit, man.
Hey, you just
Her face, she literally be sitting there. She's eating her bread when you was sitting Leviticus and shit. She was like this. She was like,
she was like, oh Lord, that nigga don't even know that's the old.
when motherfucker put their hand up, like, oh my God.
Like this.
He better not start talking.
I know, right?
So, all right, then. Y'all, we about to go. The crew is all here. I really appreciate everyone. Y'all
Can I say bye?
Right.
Oh, damn.
Medina, throw your shoe
You
over
put
here.
me too far away. You done forgot I'm over here.
Medina, I ain't gonna lie, you like a sexy ass Emmanuel Lewis over in that bitch right about now.
Put them specs on. Put them on for the
Okay.
Wait a minute. You need to rethink that shit, dog.
No, I ain't gonna say it
For
again.
mobile bartending, find me at the Funky Cold Funky Cold Mixologist on Instagram. And if you're looking for me, I'm mogul_n_stilettos.
All right.
First of all, people don't know how to spell fucking stilettos.
Look it up in the dictionary.com.
Stilettos.
You better voice it out. Press the little microphone.
I feel like stilettos. I still let hoes.
Shout out
get
to
with
this
stuff.
drink though, Medina.
Yeah.
You like it?
Oh, for sure.
You know what it's
Sucker
called?
Dixon. He didn't even. You don't even know the name of it. It's called a Sucker Dixon.
Hey, take that back. I don't like the name of that shit.
You done already sucked on 2 Dixons. I'm just kidding.
You ain't gotta keep it going, man.
Right. Could left that shit right there.
Don't worry, everybody in the room sucked a Dixon tonight.
So I would like to say this: fuck Darren, and fuck Fifi. We out. I don't know if it's the drink, the food, or just.